To the one of the name. Just check the names the right way round. Hello, hello. Welcome to Women's Head of the River 2023. Thanks for bearing with us. Yeah, I'm Rory. I'm one of the directors here at AllMarkOne.
And I'm Lucinda. I'm another one of the directors at AllMarkOne as well. And we're here on the roof of the lovely Imperial College Boathouse. And it is 2:52, so the crew should be sort of getting to that first third of the race now. And hopefully soon we'll see some crews coming past us here down in Putney.
Yeah, so if you're new here, we've got an absolute ton of viewers, which is great. But for many of you, this might be the first time you're watching the live stream. We're based here at the finish line at Imperial College. Because we just get an absolute barrage of boats for about the next 2 hours, we just have ourselves based here. If you're wondering where the crews are at the moment, they've just passed our photography team at the bandstand. So, I don't know, maybe like 8-9 minutes away, maybe a little bit longer.
Something like that. So we'll look forward to them coming down. We've got your responses on the commentary form, which is fantastic. So hopefully we'll have something interesting to say about the crews, and we'll try and fill in the blanks with our own knowledge for the time being. Rory being
our own knowledge. This is going to be exciting.
Yeah, so we'll see how that gets on, and bear with us. We're trying our best, and we're not professionals, so we'll see how we get on.
Not in the slightest. So yeah, if you're sticking around and you're just interested in the rowing stuff, not interested in what Lucy and I have to say, that's totally okay. Go and make yourself a cup of tea. Come back in 5 minutes' time. Then the boats will be here. If not, I think we'll probably have a little bit of a natter about how the last few weeks have been going for us. We've been busy with boat race fixtures recently, and especially on the women's side, we've seen Molesey, Brooks, and Leander, and Imperial and Thames all race boat race crews.
Indeed, and you well.
And you well.
Lots of fixtures down here, so yeah, it was great. I was speaking to someone the other day who came down, someone not from around, was wondering what was going on, so it's a great time of racing around this time. On the Tideway, getting lots of crews out, lots of quality crews from across the country doing some sort of match side-by-side racing out here, and now sort of a time trial format for those not familiar with the head race format. So that'll be all the crews are going to come down one after another. So we're going to try and get you a good shot of each crew coming down. Say a few useful things if we can. If you want to mute us, I won't be offended, to be totally honest. But
it makes sense, to be honest. After the first 5 have gone down, we can cut the audio, it's all right.
So we'll see how we get on, but they are, maybe halfway down, something like that now. The conditions are actually not too bad. Last year it was
pretty incredible,
conditions. So it's good to see in nice conditions now, and especially the race was cancelled a couple of times the last few years. It can be tricky at this time of year, but the organiser put on a fantastic event as always. Huge effort goes into putting on events like this. So yeah,
it's actually pretty incredible to see. We know that Women's Head is one of the largest head races in the country, and actually for the last 2 years now has outnumbered Head of the River in number of crews entered.
No, it's great to see big women's entry, and we see a big women's entry across all the events, but especially it's a pretty special event out here. I think I might be wrong with my statistics, but I think it's one of the biggest sort of women's only sporting events in Europe, I think, is the stat. So that's really exciting. It's a great event to be part of, and great to be able to try and broadcast it a little bit. Rowing's not typically broadcasted that much, so that's why the last 5 years or so we've been putting on these live streams, even since I was in school and Rory was in school. So we're, trying our best to try and bring you some really good coverage. But, looking down at the bank behind us, lots of people about, really excited to watch the race, and it'll be a great thing to see these crews coming down. Lots of strong women's crews out there racing.
Yeah, definitely. We've got some big women's crews racing this year we've definitely got the GB Women's 8, or at least the majority of the GB Women's 8 setting off first, currently under the name of Leander A. But weirdly, crew number 51 is actually 8 of the GB Women's sculling team.
No, really exciting. So the sculling team will be people who typically use 2 oars in their rowing. That's the scullers, for just to fill in the blanks if anyone's not totally familiar. So that means that they're doing something a little bit different, trying the sweeping, but some very, very strong athletes in that crew. So I think we'll be seeing them placing a little bit higher up the ranks than their start order, but it'll be great to see them in the thick of it and giving something fun a go.
Yeah, I think Sasha's coxing that one down, and I think setting off 51st in that type of crew, she's going to be ducking and weaving her way down the tideway.
She sure will. And Imogen Grant in the stroke seat, very experienced sweeper, having been very successful across lightweight and heavyweight boat races at Cambridge University, and of course now a world champion in the lightweight double. So really great to see, very high quality crew coming down, and I think it's a fun thing to be able to see, as domestic athletes, and there'll be school crews on the water, there's going to be club crews on the water, university crews on the water, and getting to see those GB athletes out racing. And I remember last year, seeing them in the warm-up is something really exciting, as a club rower or a school junior university-based rower. So yeah,
I think like Women's Head is one of those really cool events where your start order is based on your position the year before on your overall ranking. When it comes to events like Schools Head or Junior Scullery Head, those type of things, you have all of the junior women's 8s set off at the same time, for example, and then all the 4s and then all the quads. Sure. This event is one of those really cool ones where you can have a club crew, a junior crew, a university crew, another club crew, and another junior crew, all set off one after another, and it's kind of focused on getting the best racing and best speed order out, not necessarily putting all the junior 8s down together. Yeah. So if you're holding out for a specific junior 8 and you see one go past, I think Henley Rowing Club are probably off first out of the juniors. Yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean that the next crew after that's also going to be another junior crew, because they placed so high up in the rankings last year that they end up sitting quite high. So as an example,
they're taking Henley Rowing Club, their junior 8 is going off number 16, and they're followed hot on the tails by Vesta, who are a club crew based just on the river here in Putney, and they're number 17. So they're, adults probably, working with jobs, which is, very impressive. I always think the club rowers doing great things, and, an outstanding junior crew also chasing them down the river. So really exciting to see how they all get on as they come down. Hitting about 3 o'clock now, so I wonder if we can see anything yet.
Haven't got anything at our end yet. But don't you worry, as soon as the crew comes, we'll cut to the racing. You'll be sick of watching and hearing me and Lucinda by that point. Exactly. That sounds like, yeah. So what we're gonna what you might not know about us is AllMarkOne, as much as we do these live streams, where we get our money is from covering all the events for photos. So we provide photos available. So we've got 2 photographers here, one on Barnes Bridge, roughly 1K into the race, and one on the bank at the bandstand, 1.5K into the race. But actually, we're trying to expand a little bit more year on year. This year, we're now focusing a little bit more on the merchandise, physical product side of the store.
Yeah, so we've been doing some pretty exciting designs. Roy and I have been working together, trying to get something together and try and collaborate and try and introduce some fun merchandise that is meaningful, and we're working a few designs on that. I don't know how much we're going to speak about it, but you might see something from us soon on that front. And
we've got some great collaborations coming up with some really big pretty big, fast-growing brands that we love in the rowing community. Sure. And we've got our new stock of our new signature hats. That should be coming pretty soon. And we've teamed up with Mars and Lenny over at Feather and Square that make pretty decent hand balm for your hands. Yeah. You can get all of that through the AllMarkOne website. That's www.allmark.one. It's also the place where you can go and find all these photos at the end of today.
It's a great thing to do the live stream, but, we're not professionals and we don't make any money from this, so we do fund this through the photo sales that we're doing. So there's 2 options today. If you're looking for a race photo, we'd love if we get a good one of you want to keep it. That's really what helps drive our business and supports us doing sort of pro bono work like this that we do, or charitable work that we do. So photos are online. It's £7.50 for one image, or there's an access all areas pass, which should be linked. It's in Instagram stories, and you should be able to find it on the website, where you can pay £25 and get all the images of your crew. So as Roy said, today we've got 2 photographers, so you would get all those ones from the bridge, the overhead shots, and all of them from the bank as well. So Do check them out. Just have a look, see if there are any good ones. Hopefully we've positioned ourselves early enough in the race that we won't be looking too in the pain cave by the time you come past.
Yeah, so sometimes you can get pretty unlucky. If the course means that we kind of sit ourselves like 500 metres from the finish line, those that were at Bucks Head know like 350 metres from the line. But actually, like during head of the river like this, like Women's Head, we're able to get relatively early on in the course. So hopefully your photos look pretty fresh and your blades are still going in on time at that point.
Lots of good kit going out, as we were boasting earlier, and lots of good crews looking ready to go. So do check them out. Hopefully it's all linked and you're able to find it. We will be seeing the race, but there aren't any crews coming past at the finish. I'm just looking at the live chat. So they started about 15 minutes ago now, but the course is about 6.8 kilometres down. So we're maybe 500 metres from the finish where we are at Imperial. So we do have to wait a little bit longer. There's no crews that's come past yet. So the first crew, in the next couple of minutes, I would say, and we'll cut straight to the racing as soon as they're here. But nothing to see quite yet.
Yeah, sadly nothing. It's also going to be pretty exciting watching the university crews come down. We know that we're going to have a pretty tough battle this year. Brooks placed slightly higher last year than UL, but we know that's like that rivalry is always going to be pretty ongoing.
Do you know who's fast this year? Durham looked very fast this year as well.
Durham put in some big results at
Bucks Head. So it'll be interesting to see how they get on. And it is, something, UL will have an advantage being on their home water, just as Durham and Newcastle did at Bucks Head a couple of weekends ago. So, especially the Tideway is a bit of a beast steering wise. I mean, Rory was a Cox, and I've crashed into a few boys here in my time. So I'm sure another Cox will be doing that today. But as we were saying, with crews of different speeds, you have to negotiate coming around the other crews depending on if you're near a faster or slower crew, and trying to find that racing line that's going to give you the best speed on a tidal river like the Tideway is here. So
it's really key. You're probably talking, I don't know, 2 boats wide. Like is probably the width of the channel that you're trying to aim towards. I still don't think we've got any crews coming. Don't you worry. Like Coxes are going to be trying to get in that small channel, and especially if the placing of last year's crews, maybe a crew was slightly slower than expected or faster than expected, it means that we're just double checking. They are here. Right, okay. We will cut back to you in a minute. We'll cut to our cameras and we'll crack on with the racing. You're going to move it, Will. Awesome. So here we see Leander A going past now. This is the majority of the GB Women's 8 recently out on training camp. And there is a big gap between Leander and Brooks A. About to come past now. So there we go, Oxford Brooks going past now. Followed pretty closely by Henry Fieldman in Leander B. This is their club crew, chased very quickly down by Thames Rowing Club, who I believe are crew number 3. We've had a bit of a change around in the positions there. That's a pretty good result for Leander B going through now. Thames Rowing Club. Current holders of the Wargrave Challenge Cup at Henry Royal Regatta last year. So they've got an absolute massive squad of athletes over at Thames at the moment. I think we were talking about 6/8 last time we were here, which is absolutely mental. Not only to find a club big enough to be able to look after 6/8 worth of athletes, but actually to also be able to field that many working people day in, day out.
No, it's super. I'm based, out at Imperial here, and you see lots and lots of crews getting in the water there from Thames, which is really exciting to see for them. So it'll be good to see how. I think they have A, B, C, D, E, and F racing today. So we'll see how they get on. There's UL.
UL have just gone past us now. So yeah, we've got a pretty strong squad from UL as well. One of those crews that have that home water advantage on this stretch, and have definitely opened up in front of Edinburgh, sat behind them. Edinburgh University last saw at Bucks Head.
Yeah, they started the year a pretty good result at Rutherford Head, I think. Off the top of my head, they had a good result there, and I think they were silver medalists at Bucks Head up in the Newcastle on the Tyne a couple of weekends ago. So another strong university crew here. By the sounds of it, we have another Thames crew coming.
So for those wondering, we're probably 500 metres, 550 metres from the finish line here.
Ooh.
The finish line is just
coming into
before
shot now.
Putney Bridge.
So this looks like Thames B on your screen now in that distinctive black kit
Thames
with
B and
the red
Newcastle
and white
A coming
accents.
past now.
And yeah, closely followed by Newcastle. Another strong university crew, typically doing well on the circuit.
Yeah, all of these, both club and university crews are going to be sat here fighting mainly for summer racing wins. We've got Durham coming past now, chased very closely by Leander C. Or George Farthing coxing that line, just trying to push Durham out, slightly out of the stream.
Durham being the winners at Bucks Head a couple of weekends ago, so they were the gold medalists in the University Women's Eights at Bucks Head. And we'll just pan over now to see Brooks.
We've got Brooks B coming down the track now. We've got quite a few GB trialists in this boat. It's one of those ones where Brooks A are still Champ 8 winners from Bucks Regatta last year. So when it comes down to the Henley Women's academic aspirational eights, we're looking more towards their second and third eights to be putting up a fight rather than their first eights.
Yeah, so the academic eights that you'll see at Henley Women's Regatta are an aspirational category. So there are some restrictions on, if you've raced an under-23s and that kind of thing, or been to final trials, you're not eligible to race in those. So that's why we're looking at those, not necessarily the A boat.
A bit of a gap now between Brooks B and Imperial A coming down now. Imperial A, we got Lizzie Witt in the stroke seat, under-23 world silver medalist.
Yeah, I see. Apologies, I am the captain at Imperial College, and I'm disappointed to not be in that boat today, but they're doing a super job.
Imperial having a pretty solid row down the line here, and then there's a pretty decent gap again to the first junior crew of the day, Henley Rowing Club. So we've got 3 returners here from the J18 Women's 8 last season. And all of last year's J16 quad that went on to win Nat Schools are also in that boat. So yeah, big result. So yeah, good, solid to see Henley Rowing Club coming down now, and the embankment has exploded with sound as Vesta Rowing Club come past. Rating probably the highest that we've seen so far from Vesta, followed very closely by ULB.
So that's Vesta on your screen now, and I'm just going to pan over the purple colour you'll see, that's ULB.
So Vesta, the team that won the aspirational Coxless Fours at Henley Women's last year, followed closely by ULB, second crew from the University of London Boat Club.
I wonder if I'm really quick, I can show you the supporters up on Vesta's balcony now. Might just be able to see them down there, lots of cheers. And we're going to pan back straight to the racing.
We got another Vesta crew, followed very closely by Headington School.
So that's Vesta in the dark red boat there, and Headington in the blue boat. See them both on the screen there.
Yeah, great to see these type of things, seeing a club crew and a school crew race each other down the course.
Like we talked about.
Yeah, really cool to see.
And some of those juniors might be athletes that end up racing in the club crews in a couple of years' time. So it's always good to see a big mix of athletes out in the racing.
Very true. We had Sophie sat there coxing that Headington 8, who went on to get a medal at under 19 World Championships last year.
And this is London Rowing Club now on the screen, closely followed by. I can't quite see. Who's that?
That's a great question.
Just need confirmation on who. So London in that yellow alpaca boat ahead, and they're closely followed by a crew behind them, sort of white and red, but can't recognise them off the top of my head from here. And this is Brooks following them. So that might be their C crew or their D crew.
Crew 21. Galway in Ireland.
So that's Galway. That's an Irish crew that have come round. That'll probably be. Well, I didn't recognise them.
Brixie right up behind them, and then a pretty big gap between then Newcastle and.
I think that's Cantabs. Yeah. So Cantabrigian Rowing Club based in Cambridge, one of the very strong, or potentially the strongest clubs based in Cambridge.
Yeah, we've got half the crew in that Cantabs boat that went on to win the provincial pennant last year at Women's Head.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we've got a very big gap after those two crews. This is the type of event that, you know, when we're racing 6.8k with a bit of stream, the actual like gaps when we get down towards the line can either be absolutely on top of each other.
Yeah, so just looking in the
very
chat,
big gaps.
we have a question about how far they're off. So which crew number are we at now? Probably about 20, 25?
22, something like that.
So we're in the between crews 20 and 25 now. We're about 500 metres from the finish. So I imagine the race is taking in the region of about 18 to 20 minutes, I would say. We're probably in that last sort of minute to 90 seconds of the race for these crews. But yeah, you can see Scullers in that distinctive red and yellow on the screen. That looks like Scullers A, maybe. I don't think we've seen a Scullers crew come past quite yet.
I believe we've got, so the Scullers women this year are very majority juniors. So I think we've got quite a few younger people in that crew going past now.
This looks like Liverpool University, I want to say, coming past now. Should be crew 27 in that white and blue. They're in the senior academic category, and their training's been going very well since Buck, so they're looking to try and hold on to last year's result, where they were first in the academic category. So that'd be exciting to see how they get on. And they look like they're...
Lucinda's got her binoculars out. We're just checking up on one of these crews in the
That's just crew
going
31 there that's come past. So
another
31 is
big
Worcester
old
Rowing
gap
Club.
before. I think this is the UL Tyrian 8, coached by Ben Rich.
Sure is. There's Tyrian coming
It's
past
really
us.
good to see a number of UL athletes still getting a race with some of the alumni. If you've got like a lot of athletes that are maybe like injured or ill or out for any reason, just being able to pull in the alumni to make sure that everyone's able to get a bit of a race.
So big,
That's really
big
good.
massive crews out. It looks like Durham second 8, then there UL Tyrian. So some familiar faces and the UL alumni there, and a lot of crews coming past here. I do apologise, it's quite tricky to see when they come past this quick. That looks like Tyne Amateur Rowing Club, I want to say. Crew number 34. Yes, that's Tyne.
Now we got a crew coming past now, Nottingham University. Great to see them fielding not only one women's 8, but I believe it's 2 at this event.
Just to touch on the Tyne Amateur crew, I'm just looking at the commentary form, and it says Emma's coxing and she has crashed every race she's done here before. But they look like they've made it through the finish all right, so great to see the Tyne crew. Bit of healthy banter in the commentary
as
form.
we're probably racing, what, crew 35-ish at the moment. Leander are just paddling back past us now.
And it looks like Exeter University are just about to come past. In that dark green. I think that Exeter crew looking good. Yeah, that's Leandre. So that, yeah, in that green, that's crew 35, Exeter University Boat Club A. And I think this must be a London Rowing Club crew coming down soon.
We've got a lot of noise coming through now.
So
Screams
that's
of a
Thames
Thames
Rowing
crew.
Club, actually. So this should be Thames Rowing Club E,
Oh,
number
indeed.
40.
We've got Thames crew and a Mortlake and Anglia.
But it looks like Thames E are number 40 and Mortlake are number 37. So it looks like Thames have had a very good race there. As we were saying, they've got a very strong squad, so they're really powering through down to the finish now. Mortlake and Anglian in the black, white and red colours. They're based up in Chiswick. And then here's Lee Rowing Club in that bright orange. So that's Lee Rowing Club A, number 39, Thames Rowing Club E, number 40, and Mortlake Anglian Alphabet Club B, number 37. And this looks like London Rowing Club, hot on all their heels. It looks like London B, number 38. And here we go, Nottingham Rowing Club. By the looks of it, coming down now as well, that's number 41.
Yeah, interesting spoon colours, but yeah, they're all wearing the right all-in-ones.
Number 41, Nottingham Rowing Club, they say that they have 8 Brits and a Paraguayan coming all the way to take the bow seat. And we think possibly the only South American racing in the event. If you are South American and also racing at the Women's Head, you can always correct us, but great to have lots of people down here for such a great event that the Women's Head is.
Lots of the big names starting to come back past us now. We've just had Brooks A row past, ULA rows past. Got quite a few like under 23 vests sat in that UL boat, so it'll be interesting to see how they stack up against the Brooks boat.
I'm just going to have a look now and see if we can get some results.
We'll have a little stalk of the Women's Head website, see if we can find some results for you. I believe this is City of Cambridge Rowing Club by the looks of it.
Great, so we've got some crews coming down here. I can see the blue and purple of UCL, so University College London Boat Club A, they're number 42. Just getting my binoculars, but I want to say it's Agecroft Rowing Club 45 in that red, and then Glasgow University, yes, that checks out, number 44. So they're all just coming down now, and I think I've got some live results. So currently,
we've got a big old gap now. I wonder if these are the type of things where we see like division changes. But yeah, one big gap to the like pretty common sight of like a yellow and orange Vespoli coming down now.
So I've just got some live results for you. We'll just point out this crew.
Go for it.
I think it looks like it should be Putney Town coming past, just so everyone's... Oh, it is Cantabs B, actually, I think, number 46. But as for live results that we've got in, currently Leander Club A are the leading crew on this results table with a time of 18:38.07, followed by Leander Club B, 18:46, and Oxford Brookes University Boat Club A, who are the fastest university crew, coming third overall, which is a great performance for them, 18:54.9, followed by Thames Rowing Club A, 19:03, University of London, 19:10, Leander Club D, 19:15, Edinburgh University Boat Club A, 19:15.8, Brookes B, so two crews for Oxford Brookes in the top 10, which is fantastic for them, about 19:16, and Durham University Boat Club A finishing up that top 10 with 19:28.8.
That's a pretty solid result for Leander there with the 1-2. Kind of expected with the GB Women's 8, but really good result to see their Club A also come in second place.
We're just panning over now to a crew here in red. I'm going to have to get my binoculars back out. This is crew 47 coming past now. I'll just see if they're on our form. That's Nottingham and Union Rowing Club. This is a school and junior crew. A mixed age group of 2 J16s, 3 J17s and 3 J18s. And only 3 people have been at WEHORR before, so very exciting for this young crew to go down the track. Now this looks like St Paul's Girls' School, I want to say.
I think so.
Yeah, St Paul's!
As you can tell, Lucinda also went there.
I also went to St Paul's for juniors, and it's been great to see they've done really, really well over the last couple of years. You know, getting girls representing at Coop and home countries, which was really exciting. So great to see them doing well. Here go. So Curlew Rowing Club, I think, just coming past. That looks like number 50. They're an open club. They're training down at London Docklands, so they are a victim to the elements. Had a few good weekends, and there have been some good conditions this weekend, and I think they've been lucky to get those. It looks pretty nice out now. It's a little bit cold.
It's getting a little bit cold.
I have to say my hands are a little bit chilly, so if anyone wants to chuck 2 pairs of gloves up onto the Imperial roof, you're most welcome to. So we have a bit of a gap here. We've got crews about to cruise 20 to 25 are paddling up past after finishing their race. So we're about 50 crews in, and I think there are about 300 today.
I think we're 320.
Yeah, 320. So 50 crews in, lots more to come. So we'll see how we get on here. Oh, we've just been brought some gloves. Do you want one, Rory? And
this is mad. This is not going to happen. Oh, now this is an exciting boat coming down now. Crew number 51. Whether they wanted to go down at rate 37.5 or not, Imogen Grant's taking them down pretty high.
Yeah, this is Leanna, Cambridge, Scullers, Edinburgh / Molesey, and that's that GB Scullers crew, and they look very, very tidy coming past us, as I'm sure we've all expected. So I think they really could shake up that top end of the results now. I
think we definitely spoke quite a lot about the fact that they might have to weave themselves around some of the crews. Looks like Sasha and Imogen have absolutely aced that by opening up a pretty big gap and then just having a clear run down the course.
And this looks like Molesey Boat Club coming past us, and I think there are some familiar... Is that Alex Watson in the straight seat? Lots of under 23 and GB pedigree in that boat coming past. So again, they could shake up their results. I have to say, currently the winner of the women's head is Molesey Boat Club B, who've gone 4 minutes quicker than the rest of the field. So I have a feeling that there might be a little bit of an error in those results.
I believe we've got Cambridge University lightweights coming past now, crew 54. This is going to be a pretty exciting
I think that's Cambridge's blue boat, I want to say, actually. I'm going to correct you. I think that's the Cambridge blue boat.
Yeah. Got Queever in the stroke seat.
Exactly. So it'll be good. They've got the boat race in a couple of weekends' time now, so good preparation for them.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting to see these crews race women's head. Usually we have slightly less of a gap between women's eights head and the boat races. So lots of these crews tend not to race.
Indeed. So I'm going to keep an eye on those results for you, because I think these, some of these crews in the 50s that have just been set off now really could be shaking up the top end of the results. But I think it looks like we've got another Thames crew coming down, because the typical eruption from next door, which is great. Great to see, the men's squads from all these clubs down here on the embankment really supporting the women out rowing today. And that is indeed another Thames crew coming past. So
yeah, that Thames crew is absolutely shifting down this river now.
I think that could possibly be Thames Rowing Club C, number 56. Just trying to keep on top of everything over here. Here we go. Yeah, so that's Thames Rowing Club C, number 56. Just rowing past us now, and we've got a cluster of crews here that looks like Tideway Scullers and the University of Surrey. So let's just have a look on that start order again.
Surrey University have really been putting on a really big show over the last year and a half or so. Especially on the lightweight women's side. We saw more crews fielded by them in the lightweight women's category than any other university.
Yeah, and I think they do have a really strong novice program as well. So the beginner rowing is something that you can race in at Bucks. So if you learn to row at university, which is a pathway that many of the the top athletes, even in the GB team, they've learned to row at university. And Surrey do a very good job at developing athletes from scratch. So great to see them coming down. And I think next to them, that's Tideway Scullers. So that should be number 53, Tideway Scullers, and 55, Surrey. I want to say this is the Oxford lightweights now.
Indeed, they've got a new boat. They've popped out of their Resolute and into a Felipe. Again, really great to see the Oxford lightweight crew racing a women's head in the lead up to the lightweight boat races.
Sure, I think that's quite close now, the lightweight boat. I think maybe the 20th of March is the date for that lightweight boat race. They've had some good racing against a tough Imperial crew recently, but again, good to see them part of the fixtures as well.
It has been mental to see the lightweight crews really integrated into the fixtures this year.
Exactly, yeah. And it looks like
big shout out to the boat race company who, the lightweight boat races aren't part of them, but they've been really taken in, and all of them have been really exciting to see.
So I think that's the loudest cheer I've heard all day, and that's Vesta Rowing Club coming down, number 59. They've got British, Irish, Australian and Danish members of their crew. And the Exact Stern 4 and Cox made it to the semi-final of Henley Women's Regatta in the Development 4 category in 2022. So great to see them now at the Women's Head. The Development category at Henley Women's, if you're not familiar, is the entry-level category for those with the least rowing experience. So it's controlled somewhat so that the people racing in that, all have under a certain level of experience. They've only raced or won races a few times. So great to see them here at the Women's Head now.
Bath University coming past us now.
Here we go. Yeah, that's Bath University. They were 6th in the inter-rate at Bucks Head, and they like to chop up the Avon with rumours that they are faster than their men's 8, which we love to hear.
Mate, we love to see it.
Nothing to stop any women's 8 out here being faster than a men's 8. So
yeah, the women.
Just want to get fast boats on the water, and here that looks like. Who's that? There's an Imperial College Boat Club B crew coming down now. So great, so that's their second 8 just coming down now. And I'm going to try and see on my binoculars.
A lot of noise coming out of here now, yeah, with the Imperial College crew and the Thames crew chasing them down. There's a lot of local support.
So it looks like that's crew 28, so they must have started out of order. But that's a Thames crew and Imperial College B crew coming down. I'll try and find out for you who 28 are. That is Henley Rowing Club B, number 28. So they must have had maybe a technical issue on the way up, so they've just started a bit later than expected. And it looks like Upper Thames from up here.
It would make sense. I'm not sure if I've... I think Henley Rowing Club B.
Yeah, started number 28.
Henley Rowing Club B with a different boat and a different set of blades. Maybe.
So they might have had a boat issue, but there's also 64. You should be able to see that yellow boat on your screen, and closely followed by, I want to say, City of Bristol. Really trying to keep on top. There's so many crews coming down. Let's have a look. Right, I think that is Tyne Amateur Rowing Club in the black.
Indeed, I think it is.
And I'm just trying to identify who that is in the green. Exeter University Boat Club B, I think. For those at home, that's number 63 in the green colour. And St George's College in the sort of...
It's actually like incredible
maroon
to also see
66.
like the likes of St George's College pull out like a women's 8.
Sure, yeah.
I remember when both of us were at school, it was one of those things that like maybe they'd be able to field a Cox 4 or a double or something. And
it's great to
actually
see
incredible to see like the number of like junior women in sport
Indeed.
increasing year on year.
So this is number 68 coming past. It's an Aberdeen University, Robert Gordon University composite crew. So
yeah, we got a
come a long way down from Scotland to be here.
Sat in the middle of that boat. That's now currently coached by Ed Dean.
Yeah, Ed was coaching at St Paul's Girls last year and did some great stuff with them. And 7-seat Maisie Aspinall can be in the Junior Women's 4. Lots of good information, but I'm just trying to keep on top of these next crews coming down. Let's have a look at results now. We have a bit of a gap. There's
University of Birmingham coming past us now in their women's 8.
Oh yeah, so just an update to the results. It looks like Durham have been knocked out of that top 10 spot because Cambridge University Boat Club's Blue Boat have come in and they've placed 10th overall now. So they did a time of 19:24.9, and also 4th place overall for that Scullers.
That's an
not
impressive
Scullers
result.
in well, including Tideway Scullers, but the Sculling GB composite.
So knocking Thames Rowing Club A out of that 4th place spot.
Indeed. So we've got the 1, 2, 3 now, just to confirm with everyone out there. It's Leander Club A, followed by Leander Club B, and then Oxford Brookes University Boat Club A. So a great result for them. In terms of the fastest club crew, the club award looks like it'll go to Leander Club B. And the fastest university crew is that Brookes A. So as we expected, a little bit of a shake-up from the top end. Lots more crews coming down. It looks like a Vesta crew up
and
there.
a Marlow Rowing Club crew.
Marlow Rowing Club should be about crew number 70.
I don't think it is though. I think it's the Brookes. I think it's the Brookes
is
crew
that
in
77
Sims.
King's College Boat Club. Is that King's College is in the school? No. I'm just trying to recognise.
No, definitely not. It's Brookes D.
Up there.
the white one.
Ah, yeah, so
Lucinda's-
it's
Lucinda's
Brooks
getting
D
a
with the
bit-
white
a bit
blaze. I'm getting
confused.
confused. Sorry, the Brooks athlete up here is correcting
Yeah,
me.
yeah, they're in white boat and white blades. Gosh.
And who's just coming down now? That is crew 72 just coming past us in the dark navy. That's Sudbury Rowing Club A.
Can you tell our knowledge is slightly disappearing at this point?
Yeah, we're getting a little bit chilly and or maybe our brain power's reduced a little bit, but we're doing our best.
We're cracking on. Yeah, we'll be
Crack
fine.
on. So there's a bit of a gap in crews now. Again, for those at home, if you just want a confirmation of where the live results are standing at the moment, for our top 10, it's Leander Club A, Leander Club B, Oxford Brookes University Boat Club A, the Leander Cambridge Scullers Edinburgh Molesey Composite, which is the GB rowing team Scullers, followed by Thames Rowing Club A, the University of London Boat Club A, Leander Club D, Edinburgh University Boat Club A, Oxford Brookes University Boat Club B, and Cambridge University Boat Club. So I don't think Oxford are actually racing today, so we've got a result here for Cambridge, but not for Oxford. And this
I believe this is Nottingham B by the looks of it. University of Nottingham.
Exactly, so that should be crew 76, the University of Nottingham. And it looks like we've got a big cluster of crews about to come down, so bear with us. Do have the binoculars at the ready. but
Lucinda's got
no
out the
promises.
binoculars. This is going to be quite a sight to watch.
Right.
Here we go.
Let's have a look. So the first crew that you should see is crew number 77 in that purple colour. I want to say it's the Glasgow Academy, but I'm going to have to check. Nope, it's King's College Boat Club, so that's a college boat club from Cambridge, but we'll try next time. And then crew number 75 in the yellow behind them, closely followed by crew 80. So crew 75 is Ardingly Rowing Club, and crew number 80 is Clydesdale Amateur Rowing Club A. So we've got King's College Boat Club, a college rowing club from Cambridge University, in that purple colour, Ardingly Rowing Club in the yellow, followed by St Andrews University Boat Club A in the navy. Some big cheers for the GB Scullers who are just coming past us now. And we look like we've got quite a young looking crew coming past us, but they look quite small. Who's this? In a light blue colour. I want to say it's Curlew based on the colour. Curlew Rowing Club B, indeed, that's crew number 74. The crew consists of very new members who can't wait to don the Curlew colours, and many women who worked their way up from Curlew's Learn to Row programme. Which is again fantastic, great that these clubs have these Learn to Row programmes for people to get into the sport. And just beside them, let's see.
Paddy's getting the Cambridge Blue boat out of the water now, right in front of us, as a very green crew coming past us now.
And I think
82.
Just to catch you up, 83 who were next to Curlew were NUI Galway, so an international crew over from Ireland. And then this looks like
82.
82. So this is a crew from the Netherlands, and I'm not going to try and pronounce the name. It's
But it's really
what appears
exciting
to be
see crews
yeah.
come all the way over for this type of event. Really
So I
fun.
think there should be a bunch of overseas crews coming down now, looking at their start order. So it is Roeverning de Lark, I want to say, the Netherlands crew. 81 is NUI Galway C.
Yeah, they've brought a big old squad, it seems.
Yeah, great to see them coming over and making the trip. It's a fun event to be part of. So, yeah, we've got crews here from Ireland, from the Netherlands, from Sweden, from France. You know, really exciting to see people travelling over. And there is an umpires launch going past us. So there might be a gap in racing. I'm not sure. Here we go in the blue. That is 84 in the blue kit, and that is the rowing club from Malmo, a nice town in Sweden. So they've made a good trip over, and then
That is a big
some
old
bright
trip.
pink hats coming past.
I believe probably
86.
the same from the green.
So 86 is URV Viking. This is an overseas masters club. I'm not sure where they're from, actually. I wonder if I'll be able to find it. They look like they're from the Netherlands as well. So there's an overseas masters crew, URV Viking. There's a couple of those in the event, and we're now going to start moving. The next category coming down is the masters events. After there might be a couple more overseas crews, and then we're going to move. So we've seen sort of the senior and open category so far, and we're going to start transitioning into masters now. So masters rowing is for people who are, I think, over the age of 27, and it's broken down depending on your age category. And there's a very popular and competitive masters scene in the UK.
So we've got Broxbourne in front of us first. I've subbed into a few Broxbourne crews in my time. And then one thing we can talk about whilst we're here, Lucinda, is the different types of lines that people are taking. So we've got a crew, just zoom out. We've got a crew just up here on the left-hand side, going slightly tighter around this bend. It seems like a bit of a intuitive thing to do, but actually, the way that the tideway works means that sometimes going too tight around the inside of the corner can end up, you get done around the outside.
So, well, Twickenham Rowing Club are in navy and pink, that you'll see soon. But yeah, in terms of the steering, it's a bit of a beast to steer, but I think really we want to be looking. We can see what those champ crews are doing, but they're probably going to be a little bit closer to this line of boats down here.
We've got Twickenham here, and then as we pan down to the next crew, even slightly wider around this bend, just seems to be moving a little bit quicker each boat that gets a little bit closer to here. I want to try and find that thin line between the fastest water and the shortest course. Yeah, we had Maidenhead Rowing Club. We've
been told that Claire Winkham is in crew 89, which we think we've just seen now.
Indeed we have,
Who's a friend's parent, and she's apparently very deserving of a shout out. So.
Oh, very, very surely. Yeah. It's always good to see parents either already be doing the sport and carrying it on because their kids do it, or even more common than not is actually the kids starting the sport and the parents deciding to take it up, whether that's just to learn a bit more about it or because it looks fun. We've got Walton Rowing Club coming past now. They always try and put out at least 1-8 at Women's Head of the River. That's really exciting to see.
And it looks like it could be either Cantabs or Putney Town. I think Putney Town B behind them in the sort of navy with the white stripe on the blade. I believe that to be Putney Town, but my binoculars might be lying to me. And this is 96, just coming down now, which is Rob Roy Boat Club. I believe also based up sort of towards Cambridge. Just looking, there's a question in the chat asking where the camera is located. So we're on the roof of the Imperial College Boat Club. So that's the last boat club, or the boat club closest to the Hammersmith end of the line of boathouses on the embankment in Putney.
The key part to remember is this is also the tallest boat club out of all of these, I think. Maybe, probably level with London.
Quite possibly also the best boat club there is, in my humble and unbiased opinion.
Smooth.
Looks like Kingston Rowing Club here in the distinctive red and white stripes. And possibly Marlow Rowing Club following.
You got another Marlow crew coming down just after them, yeah.
Yeah, so that's crew 94, Marlow Rowing Club A in the Masters D category.
Followed again by Walton.
Yeah, I think this is Walton B, crew 99. So we're at crew 99 now. We're about 100 crews in. Just going to scroll on my commentary sheet to see if we have any more information about this next group of crews.
I think whilst we've got a little bit of a gap after this crew, we'll just do one bit of a shout out to the guys in the safety boats whilst we're here. These guys are called Northern Exposure Rescue, and they're like a charity that do all the big rowing events, from Bucks Regatta to Women's Head and like Wallingford Head and all those type of things. But it's actually really great to know that we've got like a team of professionals, semi-professionals, like people that know what they're doing when it comes down to these type of races. We know that the sport of rowing can be pretty dangerous, especially over distances like this, in conditions like this.
Exactly,
You never really know what the tideway is gonna bring up. So it's always good to just like have a little bit of safety there.
Sure. That's crew 98 and 102 on your screen there. Chesterton Rowing Club and Willem the Third. We were in Overseas Masters E. And then I'm just going to look and see who this next crew is. Can't quite see from here. We've had a question when the race will end. Well, we're about 100 crews in, about
I've got another 220
an hour.
to go.
So probably, it's about 100 crews an hour at the moment. And we've got another 200 crews, so maybe another 2 hours.
It's usually about 2 hours long for the whole thing. So like we tend to rattle through them. We started a little bit late, and then there were a few big gaps. So I think
I'm not sure if the race started absolutely on time. It's possible that they were delayed at the start, possibly.
Well, we got some good chat about the F1 in the chat. I'm pretty excited to see how Aston Martin get on, but deep down I'm a Mercedes fan, as is the other guy that started AllMarkOne with me, Richman. He's a big Lewis Hamilton fan. And we'll cut back to the racing now.
So this is crew 107, which is a Masters composite of a number of crews in a Masters F category. So some bright orange colours coming down towards us now. Bright orange colours of crew 101. That is champion
Bright
of the
orange
Thames
usually only means
Rowing
one thing.
Club, who I think are actually based in Cambridge. I'm not sure the exact history of why they're called the champion of the Thames when they row on the Cam instead, but they are in that bright orange colour just passing now, and followed by 103, who are Weybridge Rowing Club B in Masters category as well, and the red and blue colours looks to me like Wallingford Rowing Club, who should be number 110. Yeah, great to see still about 1,000 people watching with us.
That is pretty mad.
That is
We're
pretty
usually at
crazy.
about 300 at this point.
It's great to see the interest, and that's why we put on
Like,
our slightly basic live stream, but trying our
yeah,
best.
I think this might be the most basic one we've done yet. Up there with Women's Head, was it 2018, 2019?
Usually all the cameras break about 20 minutes before we start, so
Yeah.
we're doing quite well. That looks like
There was-
Marlow Rowing Club now to me, 108, just followed by number 104, who are Penguin Boat Club, who I would think maybe could be from somewhere towards Wales, I would have said with that name, but I'm not familiar with them. So great to see clubs from all about the country and the UK here. Right, so another cluster of crews here. That's 109 and 106. 106 being Staines Boat Club, and 109 a Walbrook and Mortlake composite crew. In the green, there's 113, who I will tell you now are City of Bristol Rowing Club A. And is there another crew right behind them? There sure is. Now that looks like Vesta, number 112.
Yeah, we got a big
Vesta
old cheer
C.
for Vesta as they come past there.
Oh,
Got
interesting. Apparently there's a pub in
Tyne
Cambridge
United
called the
right
Champion
in
of the
front of us.
Thames. And also apparently the King's 4-seat is the best coach ever, and dedicated a lot of her time to coach the novices, which is always nice.
Good. We've got Thames Rowing Club coming past us now again. Well, we're sitting, 35, 36 there?
They look pretty
God,
rapid.
if
That's
I get
Thames
that
Rowing
right,
Club
then that's a bit awkward.
D, 116. Just coming past us there now. And 114, who look to be Putney Town Rowing Club. Putney Town say that their favourite driller is cutting the cake and has brought us together, which is lovely. And Thames Rowing Club have really enjoyed training together in lead up to WEHORR, made worth it by daily visits to Bonjour Putney, which is a bakery just around the corner. I've never actually been, despite living in Putney for a couple of years. Maybe I'll have to go now.
We now got Bristol University.
There we go, yeah, Bristol. So their crew number 115, they're an academic challenge. Which is great to see. Here we go.
And another crew from Mortlake and Anglia.
Well, I think it's Warwick University Boat Club.
Oh dear.
I might disagree.
I was so
Apologies,
close.
Rory.
That's
Similar
all right.
colour
No,
scheme
no,
though.
no, very
117.
similar, no, you're right. You're spot on.
We'll have to forgive them. That's Warwick
God.
University Boat Club A. So we're now in this sort of challenge academic category coming past us now. If you have a friend or family member in one of those categories, we're about there now. So that looks to me like Nottingham Rowing Club, closely followed by Scullers. So that is Nottingham Rowing Club 118 and Tideway Scullers 111. I've been told that the Nottingham Rowing Club crew, Rachel is at stroke, Sophie's at 6 and Robin is at 5. But I don't have any more information than that, I'm afraid. But shout out to them.
Stern 3 filled in the commentary form. Lovely. Which is actually a big thing to mention. Like we've been pretty blown away by like the overall support for the commentary form this year. Talking about like last year's commentary form, we like
not so much, but 119. They're on the screen there in the blue. That's Barnesbridge Ladies Rowing Club. I've been told to select facts as I see fit, but I haven't got much time to think, so I'm gonna have to think fast. 60 is a self-confessed lover of the punishing head season, which I quite like. And 40 is an ex-England rugby international, which is fab. You know, great to see lots of people trying different sports. I know quite a lot of people go into cycling and awesome to see someone who's represented England. Now. And here's Lee Rowing Club, 124.
Is that City of Oxford?
That sure is, 120. City of Oxford, they're in Club Challenge.
There we go, I'm back to it. Apologies for
and
the Warwick
Uni one.
And they've been
making big changes to their rowing style in the City of Oxford crew, and they're going to see if it pays off. But they have a Team Granny, it seems, and well-seasoned Cox in that steering seat. There's lots of really fun information, but I don't have time to, unfortunately, tell everyone because these crews are coming thick and fast. Who have we got up there?
An absolute ton of crews coming down now.
I think I want to say it's Globe Rowing Club, but I might be incorrect up there. And then there's 123,
right.
that looks like Leeds.
Reading?
And 122 could well be Reading. 123 is University of Leeds. And 122 Reading Rowing Club. Good knowledge. And Globe were 121, so I think we're doing quite well here. This looks to me like Molesey.
This is the Molesey crew going past now, yeah.
131. Is that Cox by Alex Wenyon?
Oh, it is.
I believe it is.
Alex Wenyon.
No information on the commentary form, so that's a fun tidbit from us. Any news on Cambridge 99 in the chat? I'll have a look out for you. We'll see if there's a little gap. This looks like 128 coming past, who are the University of York. And in the navy and pink, I imagine, is Twickenham Rowing Club.
Yeah.
Now, who have we got here? 127 and 129. So 127 is Southampton University, who have been putting in the mileage, I'm told, and 129 is Leeds Rowing Club, and they have been smashing PBs like they're going out of existence. And apparently their 7-seat traded her car for a new Concept 2. I can't say I would have done the same thing.
What on earth?
Fair enough. Who's next? Could be Putney Town there, 125 and 130. So let's have a look at that start list again. 125 are indeed Putney Town Rowing Club C, and 130 Walton Rowing Club A, I think, if I've read that correctly.
Yeah, we got some weird blades in it, but yeah, all wearing the right stripe.
And this crew don't have a bow number, so I might struggle a little bit.
Nice.
I
We
think
got a
they're
number on the back.
134, which is
Have a look.
Cardiff University Rowing Club A. Oh, big shout out for Cardiff A from Ian in the chat. Well, there they are in that black and red, just going past us now. And we have a couple more crews. They are really coming thick and fast now. That's 132 in the blue and 133 in the
Oriel
sort of green and
Kensington are
pink.
definitely the second crew out of this gap.
133 being Oriel Kensington, who are based up near Hammersmith Bridge, and 132 Barnes Bridge Rowing Club Ladies A. Gosh, 2 crews running. So I want to say this is Cambridge 99 for someone who was looking out in the chat. We'll just confirm with you. That's 136 and 135. So 135 on the far side, 136 in that sort of turquoise colour closest to us. 135 is Royal Chester Rowing Club, and 136 are Cambridge 99, who've just come past. 135 from Royal Chester, a mixture of ages and experience, ex-uni rowers, those who have rowed since they were juniors, and people who've learnt on the Learn to Rowing course there, which is great. And 136 Cambridge 99, and they should be followed. The next crew down will be 137, another Cambridge club crew, City of Cambridge Rowing Club B. Haven't seen them just yet. Here we go. Brill, there's another crew coming down here. 138. Looks like the University of Leeds, but we really are testing my knowledge here. That is indeed Leeds University Boat Club B, number 138. They're in challenge academic. Apparently at Buckshead, this B crew was less than a second behind the more experienced A crew. So that's exciting. Great to see them performing so highly. I'll see how they get on. And who's that behind them? 139 in sort of navy colours, and then there's another thick patch of crews at 137, which I think is City of Cambridge, and 143, which I want to say at Agecroft, but I might be incorrect. 137 are City of Cambridge, and 143 are Agecroft B, with a big mix of crews up there. And also coming past us are 141. 141 are City of Bristol Rowing Club B. Just coming past.
Yeah, the crew.
Is the stream recording on YouTube after? It should be on YouTube after.
Yeah, we'll put it up on YouTube afterwards, don't you worry. We're just going to make sure that when we end the stream, we press the one button that says save.
Yeah. And that is Twickenham Rowing Club in that distinctive navy and pink. Just up there in the yellow boat. Great, lovely stuff.
We'll try our best to remember that button anyway.
Alrighty, another crew coming past here. That looks like crew 146, Furnival Sculling Club A, and the Challenge Club pennant. Just going to scroll across here. The crew is as mixed as it gets, within the largest age gap in the boat is 10 years, and rowers hailing from all corners of the world, including South Africa and Australia, and balancing busy schedules based in Hammersmith. And they've experienced lots of tideway conditions this season. But just as I've looked away, there's lots more crews coming down. So that looks like 147, I think, at the University of Bath. 144.
Yeah, we got Bath.
Green and white, I have to get back to you on that. And 148.
I think we're talking City of Bristol again.
148 at Derby Rowing Club, and 144, yes, that's City of Bristol C. 148 had a great time in training and racing at the Pairs and Fours Heads.
We're looking pretty good in this boat here. We got a bow rigged double bucket. Very good.
I just want to shout out 148 Derby Rowing Club, who are celebrating 50 years of women's rowing at Derby this year, and very proud to be representing all of the women that worked so hard for equal rights at Derby in the past. So they've just come past us now. That's 148, and that is
Looks like another
Lovely.
Molesey crew and another Twickenham crew.
Yeah, another Molesey crew there and another Twickenham crew. So that looks like Molesey A, 150. I don't know if the A's, B's and C's are all correct, but because I think we've seen.
I'd like to
Molesey
think
crews
that the
come
one
past.
with Holly Dunford and Alex Watson and Meg Slavitt in it was probably the Molesey A crew.
Yeah, I'm not sure. A few people leaving us to go and watch the F1. Fair enough, I suppose.
The F1's
Trying our
very
best to be
exciting.
as exciting. Black and red colours here. Could be Godolphin and Latimer, but I'm going to check. That's at 149 and 152. So 149, no, that's Oxford Academicals Rowing Club. And 152 is City of Oxford Rowing Club
Another City of
B.
Oxford crew, yeah.
Someone's just asked in the chat, I think Exeter Uni have come past, so you might be able to go back in the stream. They were a bit earlier in the start order. We're now about crew 150. And I'm just going to try and see if I can tell you where John Snow Boat Club are on the start order. So John Snow Boat Club are number 234, 172. So there's a composite John Snow Boat Club with a couple of other colleges who will be coming up in probably the next couple of minutes. And 234 won't be for a little while yet for the person that asked in the chat. Gosh, lots more crews have come past. So it looks like AK I can see from here. And some more navy and yellow colours up there. So to see who's rowing and who's up, if you go on the WEHORR website, so you type in WEHORR and navigate somewhere on the website, there's a start order. And that will tell you because of this time trial format, they'll come down in approximately the order that's on there. So we're about crew 150, so that should help locate you where you're on the start order, and you'll be able to.
Nearly halfway.
Yeah, it is great. So about halfway through the cruise. So yeah, so Kate in the chat asking where number 299 are.
Now.
We're at crew 155 at the moment, so there's another 100 boats or so, 150 boats, and then we'll see crew 299. 155 looks like King's College London coming past us. I don't think I've seen Norwich High School quite yet, but yeah, if you find that start order, that's what we're looking at here, and that should help you. So yeah, Norwich High School haven't been yet. They're crew number 287, and we're about crew 150 now, so give it another, I say half an hour or so, but we're going in that order, and crews are coming every couple of seconds past us. So there's another thick and fast here. We've got
Norwich Rowing Club?
156 and 154, indeed. So 154 is Norwich Rowing Club in the yellow, and 156 is Sons of the Thames Rowing Club.
Followed again by another Walton crew, I believe. And if you've got some Walton blades.
Yeah, so that's crew 158. That is Walton Rowing Club D. Alrighty, another crew coming past now. And a bright yellow boat, that is crew 157. Crew 157 are York City Rowing Club C, 157. Followed pretty closely here by another crew, that is crew 160. 160 are York City Rowing Club B. They've had to spend a lot of time on the Erg in January, York City Rowing Club, because of all the flooding. But they look great coming down here now, so I'm sure all the fitness paid off. Great to see someone in the chat is watching from the Philippines. Very exciting. Right, let's see.
It sounds like another Molesey crew coming past now. 163.
That is crew 163.
Oh no, maybe not. No, we've got an emblem on this one.
That is University College Oxford coming past. And some
Chased
bright
down by
orange.
Lee.
That is crew 159 in the bright orange. And that is Lee Rowing Club C in the orange kit.
And then I'm guessing Oxford University Lightweight Women B straight after them.
Let's have a quick look. 161 in the navy boat, and 162 in the sort of black boat. 161 is indeed Oxford University Women's Lightweights B, and 162 is Warwick Boat Club A.
Which is really impressive to see that they've got not only a first eight but also a lightweight second eight as well. It can be quite difficult to find 8 lightweight women in one team. Never mind
lightweight rowing.
Able to pull together 16.
Great to see clubs still feeding lightweight eights. And 162 Warwick Boat Club, that's their first eight here at WEHORR, including a couple of graduates from Oxford and the Durham colleges, University of Bath, and some students at the University of Warwick. So another little cluster of crews coming down now. 166 and 164. 166 are Cantabrigian, and 164 are St Cuthbert Society. And 5 of the rowers plus a cox only led to row last year. And no one at their club is over 22. So their stroke seat is also their coach. Great to see them filling a bit here. And 166 Cantabs. A very new lineup after some injuries and COVID forced some last minute changes. Haven't been training too much regularly this season, but they have a very talented junior cox who've come and lead some bands, which is great to see. Great to see coxes, even junior coxes, getting some experience, coxing some senior crews. And in the light blue, can't quite see now. Right, we're going to try and give a shout out to Sophia Anderson.
I'm loving the live chat that says that we're doing a good job, because honestly, not so sure.
I have to say, it is our
one.
Lowest budget. Rory and I are taking it turns trying to pan the camera, read the screen, and commentate at the same time.
Yeah.
And I don't think any of us are much good at
instead of going for a
multitasking.
team of like 8 like we did last year, we've gone for basically a team of 3, and it's
Yeah,
it's
Wilf's
interesting
inside, cutting the cameras and checking the audio is
We
working.
don't absolutely
Yeah,
we
so
don't say anything
Adam
we're not
Larson
meant
has
to.
asked in the chat, are the results being posted in real time? They sure are. Again, if you go onto the WEHORR website, so if you search WEHORR,
.org.uk.
and it just into Google, you're able to find it. And if you click on the results at the very top of the page, it should say live provisional results. So I think they're not 100% confirmed, but they're pretty close to the real thing live, and they'll be confirmed and finalised later.
One thing that you've got to remember is that penalties are not taken into account.
Indeed.
And,
So
especially as we start working our way through the race.
Crew 169 going past us, which looked like a Newcastle Tyne composite, closely followed by Kingston Rowing Club in that distinctive red and white stripes.
And then University of Warwick.
Then there's University of Warwick 168.
God, I've got him.
And 171,
Newcastle
which is like Newcastle University Boat Club D. And a big shout out to Anastasia in Newcastle 171. Thank you very, very much to the people who are supporting us in the comments. I have to say, it is a bit scary and stressful, so we're glad you're enjoying it. We're just so this is the Imperial College Medics Boat Club, crew 170. Great to see them. Yeah, Imperial! Apologies for that. Trying to be supportive. And let me just see who's coming down. 175, which is St Andrew Boat Club. And they're in the Provincial Medium Club pennant. Now, I have to say, my knowledge of all the different pennants isn't great off the top of my head.
My knowledge of provincial pennants at Women's Head is not very high either.
Yeah, that's 177 as well, Worcester Rowing Club C. But essentially, there's different prizes for sort of...
Different sizes of clubs.
Yeah, different size clubs and university clubs and junior clubs. So to try and, award everyone who's... they're put in sort of categories and buckets. So
yeah,
I'm
we
sure
see,
that
we
information
see
is on the
definitely
website.
like some really, really small clubs come and race the small club pennant, which is really exciting because some of them can't even row on like their river or their local lake in an 8 because it's not big enough. So they have to travel an hour. We've read some of the commentary forms that were like, oh yeah, we've got to travel an hour to go and be able to paddle in an 8.
We are 176 at Neats Rowing Club. Looks like a bit of a gap. Apparently the people at home can hear how cold we are.
How cold we are, and the fact that they've decided to put the Heathrow flight path over the top of us today.
Yeah, there is a very big plane going past. Looks like a little bit of a gap now. I might have a bite of my pasty.
That trailer's about to float away.
Oh, super. Shout out to Harriet from St Aidan's Boat Club.
Oh,
it's our first time rowing in such a big event. I'm going to try and remember all of you who are asking for shout outs. A little bit of a gap. Little bit of a gap, but I can hear some cheers, so I think we won't have long. But yeah, we're almost 200 crews in now, so as we were saying, you know, with 320 crews on the water, that's about, well, probably over 3,000 people. I can't quite do the math. 320 times 9. I may almost have an imperial degree, but I can't do that in my head.
Yeah.
2,880. Pretty close. Pretty close.
I probably won't try and use my Brooks business degree to try and work that one out.
178 now coming past. And that is Cardiff University Boat Club B. Crew in the light blue a moment ago was crew 165, College in St Hilda and St Bede. So a college crew from Durham University.
There are a lot of college crews from Durham here, actually. It's really great to see. Like usually you see like all these college crews, they do short distances, or they do like just not very common training for stuff like this.
Well, because a lot of people don't have this much river to train on. You know, it's tricky. Like a lot of clubs work with the facilities that they have, but it's hard to find a big old river to go rowing on all the time. So it's a pretty big event, and it's a long old way. I remember when I was J15 to under 15, our coach had to tell us that unfortunately Hammersmith Bridge wasn't nearly the end. You're probably about halfway, which was a bit of a shock to the system.
It's a bit of a shocker, isn't it?
The binoculars are back out.
I think this Star Rowing Club coming
Looks like
past
crew 180 and 183. So 180 are first and third Trinity Boat Club, which I think are a Cambridge college crew, but I might be wrong on that, I'm afraid. And 183 are Star Club.
It reminds
and
me
shout
a little
out
bit
to
of
number
Star from
183
Bedford.
Star Club senior women from Bedford. So many shout outs. If we have a gap, we'll do some shout outs. That looks like Lee in the orange. Yeah, so we've got a good luck to Holly Parks and the Cambridge 99 crew. Harriet and St Ada's Boat Club. Good luck to crew 279 from the Philippines. Iris in 242, so she'll be coming up later. 183 with Star Senior Women, who we gave a little shout out to earlier. First race together for Star Club, and their coach is having to cox today for the first time as well. That is real dedication to the cause. And here, 172 are just coming past. So that is John Snow College Boat Club. I've seen a few shout-outs for John Snow, but there are two crews, so I'm not sure who's in which one. But they're all doing great. Sophia Anderson might be in this one, but she might be in the next one. First and third boat club at Trinity College, Cambridge. That is very good intel.
There you go.
But we're shouting out John Snow Boat Club and Sophia Anderson from John Snow Boat Club. And here we some blue and white coming down. It might be Barnes Bridge Ladies, 182 it looks like. I'll just check that, 185. So 182 are Barnes Bridge Ladies Boat Club B. They are time only, and 185 is Cantabs D.
So whilst Lucinda's looking at that, you might be wondering how like a team like us is relatively limited today. It's actually because we've got two photographers down the course photographing the racing. And then other AllMarkOne co-founder Rich is at the Bahrain Grand Prix photographing there. So it's pretty busy for us here at AllMarkOne this weekend.
Rory is lucky that I managed to get a back injury 2 weeks ago.
Otherwise,
so I
it
also
would
wouldn't
just
have been
be
here.
me.
Have a real one-man band show, plus Wolf behind, but we're doing our best here. I do have to say I wish I was racing. I'm trying to toss up between being sad that I'm not racing and pretending I don't mind, but I think I do mind. It's a really fantastic event here, as you can all see at home.
Yeah, especially when the weather's like this. As much as the tideway can be pretty grim, today it's flat, and I mean, I'm sure there's a headwind as you come out of Barnes Bridge, but it's pretty tailwindy as you come down this final stretch.
Yeah, so there's AK, you should be able to see on your screen now in the green and pink colours. Lots of shout-outs for Plymouth in the chat as well. I'm not sure if we've seen them come
Don't know if
past
it's
quite yet.
Plymouth Rowing Club or Plymouth University. We know that we, close friend of ours, Rosie Percy, went to Plymouth
wow.
University.
A really fun fact of the chat. Crew 203, who'll be down in a sec, Warwick Boat Club B. First time in 162-year history they've entered 2 crews. That is fab. I absolutely love to hear that.
Yeah,
It's great to see the numbers growing and the results will come with time, but just having lots of crews down the water is wonderful.
In the UK continue to grow. We like, especially with lots of documentaries coming out, like we're seeing the growth of tennis, gymnastics, and golf in the UK. But it's actually really great to see rowing, which is, you know, a sport that usually is quite hard to get into.
So just in that light blue, sorry to interrupt you, is 192. That's Edinburgh E. They're Challenge Academics, so I have a feeling they could be their sort of novices, maybe. I'm not 100% sure. It could be their club rowing. I'm not completely sure. I'll have a check on the commentary form thereafter. And 190 behind them, that's Royal Free and University College Medical School Boat Club. So it's actually a big medical school called the United Hospitals, and it's all the London medical schools have a sort of...
Apart from Imperial Medics.
Imperial Medics are in it.
Are they? Oh,
you daren't say that on the commentary. Okay. They're very good. But yeah, it's all the sort of London medical schools, Barts, and I don't have all the knowledge on it, but there's lots of competitive racing and fun races that they do around
within
here.
each other. Gotcha.
Exactly, yeah. Called the United Hospitals. Right, so back on the binoculars. I want to say it's Cantabs, 194. Yeah, that's Cantabs E, just coming past. Coxed by Sophie. And, there's a big cluster of crews now here, Rory. Look at that. For those disappointed not to see side-by-side racing, you do sometimes get a little bit. That's 201, 191 and 193. So 201 have had an absolute
For those that are sad that not all the fixtures were live streamed this year, we're basically giving it right here. This one's got 3 crews and everything.
So 191 is Globe B, 193 Worcester
there you go, that's the third
A,
crew, just
and 201 Trinity Hall Boat Club will just come past. There's another cluster of crews here. Let's have a look.
Pink crew, Westminster maybe?
Yeah, that's 198 and 196. 198, no, 198 Pembroke
like
College,
Pembroke.
Oxford, yeah. And 196 Gravesend Rowing Club. So just about crew 200 now, so about 2/3 in. Time is flying. 198 are in the small club pennant, and they've been hitting hard this winter with their coach Alice Davies and Matt Johnson. Apparently they often have to battle with passing cruise ships, which is tough. Be hard to share the river with lots of other river users, but we all manage. 195 and 197 coming past now. 195 at HSBC Rowing Club, based down here in Putney, and 197 at Dart Totnes.
Totnes,
I think it's Totnes. And let's have a look. 100 and
down in the west of England.
I want to say it's 199, City of Cambridge Rowing Club C. They've come past.
I'll just pan the camera now that we're passing this last crew for a bit. We'll just look at this is what happens at the finish line. So the crews will finish at level with this pier on the right hand side. You can just see the crews starting to wind down on the left now. Then they have to go through both sets of buoys, spin, and then paddle all the way back through. So these are all the crews that we've already seen racing. We're probably about 50 boats behind on the way back. So it takes quite a while to spin and then paddle all the way back. And especially if you're a crew like UL or Putney Town, you'll be paddling back for quite a while until you get back to your boathouse. Not jealous of UL in the slightest. That looks like a pretty rough paddle all the way back.
It sure is, rough paddle back. So 200 exactly, I think that is, with the yellow blades. 204 in the pink, and 206 with the black and yellow. So 206 is Glasgow University Boat Club. I think it might be coached by Izzy Martin, but I might be wrong. 200 of Van Mildert Boat Club, another Durham Boat Club. And I think I might have forgotten the other number that I just said. Oh, in the pink. Gosh.
Don't you worry, Philip. I've seen your message.
204
I'll get back to
Churchill
you
College
this
Boat
week.
Club A, I think, in that
Sorry,
pink colour.
we've been a bit full on at the moment.
In the blue boat, there, 202 and 208. So 208 at Warwick Boat Club, in the first ever time Warwick Boat Club entered 2 crews into WEHORR, which is a really wonderful milestone, and Pembroke College have loaned them the boat, which is a lovely thing. Great to see clubs helping each other. And 202 is St John's College Durham Boat Club. Just having another look now, which crew's coming past. Looks like 205 and 203. 203 being Warwick Boat Club B, and 205 being University of York Boat Club B. Another shout out to Charlie Brown from John Snow. There's a lot of support for John Snow Boat Club on the chat. We love to see it.
Indeed.
So looks like a good crew going past us now. This is 209. 209 are Llandaff Rowing Club from Wales. They look fab.
We've got a lot of
Past us.
support
Big
for
shout out to Llandaff.
as well.
And some more shout outs. 187 Cardiff B, who smashed it. And Carmarthen Rowing Club, a crew 224. Izzy and Harriet, who should be coming up quite soon. This is, I think, crew 210, Hughes Hall Boat Club. My hands are a little bit wobbly on the binoculars. Someone should shout out to, I think Van Milde had that terrible fire at their boat club.
Yeah.
So they've done fantastic to be here. Really nasty thing that happened there.
Bit of a gap here again.
Little bit of a gap.
I wonder if there's anyone cool coming in on the bank. I think we've got Lee Rowing Club over here, just popping out of the water. It's kind of chilled out a little bit. There's a really exciting logo on this launch over here. They said, have you seen that?
So it's just crew 200 roughly.
Look at that.
we've
That's
seen
an
come past now.
AllMarkOne logo right there, and a dog.
That is lovely dog.
There we go. Back to some rowing now.
Binoculars back out. So, coming past us now, 211 by the looks of it, which is Bristol Aerial Rowing Club. Pretty cool blades on those boats with the cross on it. So, yeah, 219 Homerton are coming up. Izzy's dad is watching on the live stream, which is lovely. But they're probably coming past very, very soon. 215 are just coming past us now on that yellow boat, closely
Looks like
followed
another
by
Broxbourne
212.
crew.
So 215 is Broxbourne C, and 212 is Swansea University Rowing Club coming past us. This is the first time the whole crew has raced together, apparently, in the Swansea crew. And 215 are another fairly new crew coming together. But they won Head of the Trent last week, which is fab. I think we went to Head of the Trent, so do check out the race photos if you're interested.
There's
I think it
some
was our
great
first time.
race photos. Yeah, first time ahead of the Trent.
Ooh, another crew coming past. This is crew 214. That's Grosvenor Rowing Club. Just seeing a shout out for them in the chat in the orange. Big shout out to Emily in the Grosvenor. I'm very sorry if I'm saying it wrong.
that's the one.
Grosvenor.
Yeah.
Might have another little gap now.
I'm
there's
just having
a-
a look through. Yeah,
Cluster of crews coming down now.
just double checking all the live chats, double checking that we're not missing anyone.
I'm getting ready with my binoculars. I've been informed Izzy Martin Scott's in crew 307.
More crews
I have
coming
been
in.
cocked by Izzy.
Oh, there we go.
She is a fab cox. This is 213 in the red and 216 in the orange. 213 are a Royal Army, Royal Navy and Royal Marines Rowing Club composite, which is very, very cool. And that is another Champion of the Thames crew in the orange. And here's some light blue coming past. That is crew 220, Stourport Boat Club.
Hey, that's a pretty cool colour, that.
Yeah,
I'd have a boat club in
love
that
the club
colour.
colours.
The question is, if AllMarkOne had a boat club, what colour scheme would we have it in?
Leave a comment below if you think we should start a boat club.
I'm thinking grey and blue. And yeah, and like, would you join? I think we could start one.
You can have a boat registered as AMO.
Yeah, AMO is a official boat code. We just need to get a building now, and maybe a boat. At least
Maybe
one.
in another 10 years. Right, big cluster of crews coming up. Gonna try and point them all out to you. So
Definitely got Marlow in second.
219, 221 and 222. I had a shout out for number 219. Gosh, I hope I can find it. $219 was Homerton, and big shout out to Izzy. Izzy, your dad is watching at home.
Looks like we've got another college going past us now in the red and the yellow.
We sure have indeed. 217 there, Butler College Boat Club. Another big shout out to them in the chat, number 217. Esme and Maddie especially.
Yeah, we're getting a little bit of support for us starting a boat club, Lucinda. So that's the next plan.
The boat club.
Yeah, I think we start here. Anyone selling a boathouse on the embankment?
Ooh, nip and tuck coming past us now. I will
Yeah,
tell
good
you
bit
who
of
they
side
are in a
and
second.
side
That is
action.
218 and 224. So let's have a look at that start order again. 218 are Ancholm
Right,
Rowing
and
Club.
then I'd like to say Wolfson after that.
224 are Carmarthen / Aberystwyth Boat Club.
Oh yeah, there, yeah.
It's Plymouth Uni who we're giving a big shout out to, 243. I don't think they've quite come past us yet. There's 228 up ahead and I want to say 223, but my hands are a little bit wobbly. 228 is St Edmunds Hall Boat Club, Teddy Hall.
Oh, Teddy Hall.
And
yes.
223 might be South College Durham Boat Club, but wobbly hand, so I might be wrong about that one, but hopefully you can identify. Now I've got a bright pink boat coming past now, and some light blue. Another cute cluster
Oh my
of
gosh,
crews.
that is a pink boat and a half.
That
right
is
there.
230 and 227. So 227 are Churchill College Boat Club B, and 230 are Cambridge 99 Rowing Club B. Ooh, and God, they really are coming thick and fast and keep us on our toes. Now we've got 229 in the white boat and 233.
Go on, those
Looks
blades
like
are Mortlake
Loughborough.
and Unclear, but
Loughborough kit.
yeah, they're wearing purple all in
Loughborough
ones.
Students Rowing Limited, 233.
Yep,
Did I say
Loughborough.
239? Who did I say before? 229. 229 are Fulham Reach Boat Club. Fulham Reach are a wonderful, wonderful charity based just up here near Hammersmith. Have lots of great projects getting kids from state schools into rowing, because it can be, most of the schools that dominate the rowing sector are fee-paying schools, and also have a great Boats Not Bars project, which is just
I think
fab.
lots of their projects are pretty incredible, and
225
of
Team Keen
charities
Sculling
around
Call.
There are a lot of charities around that do stuff similar, but I don't think we've really seen anything on the scale of Fulham Reach just yet. Okay, pan back. University of West England, maybe? UE?
Yeah, I think so. 232. That is, yeah, UE, West of England University Boat Club. Talks by Emma Cocker. That crew.
I actually have no idea how we've still got 900 people watching. Our knowledge and skill left about 5 minutes before we started this.
231 are coming past. Sounds like Vesta are about to come down as well. Big cheer. St Aidan's College Boat Club there in 231.
I think we've got another Vesta crew coming down after this one.
Go on, St Aidan's College. Right, John Snow are coming up, and we have lovely, lovely supporters in the chat for John Snow, so we're going to try and do a shout out. Let's see. Coming up, 226 and 239.
Yeah, we got Vesta on the far side, getting a lot of screaming from the bank.
And 226 is Hatfield College Boat Club, so another Durham College. Oh my gosh, there's lots of crews panning back behind them.
Left.
243 and 235. 235 are Trafford Rowing Club. And 243 are University of Plymouth Rowing Club. Big shout out to them. I hope I've got everyone in that cluster. And then 253, I think, and 234. 234 are John Snow College Boat Club. Massive shout out to them, especially to Sophia and Amelia in John Snow. And gosh, they're really coming thick and fast. Look at this. 242 as well. Hot on their heels at St Catherine's College, Cambridge Boat Club. Shout out to Beth in this 3-seat in the Plymouth. Lots of supporters from Plymouth. Lovely to see. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I think it's really nice to see lots of people watching.
A lot of Plymouth supporters in the chat.
Yeah, so 236 in the pink colour and 241 in the green and 245 in the white. So 241 is Green Templeton Boat Club. I think they're in Oxford College. 245 Oriel College Boat Club, another Oxford College. And gosh, did I say 236? Devil's Elbow Boat Club maybe up in that the pink colour. My short-term memory's not serving me well here. But hopefully you can identify them by their numbers. Right, so we've got another crew
look
here.
At this. Trevor. School's approaching Barn Elms now. We're getting there.
Ooh, 237 coming past us now.
Less
That's
than 100
Weybridge Rowing
crews
Club
to go
A.
now. Less than 100 crews left.
Oh, some family from Montreal watching live. Absolutely lovely. Watching from the Philippines. And some watchers from the USA. How exciting. Super. Okay. More crews coming past now.
I feel George with only here for Q House School.
We go 244 and 240 and, gosh, 250. So 244 St Mary's College Boat Club, 240 Putney Town Rowing Club E, and 250 Surbiton High School Boat Club A. So we're getting into some junior crews now. If you're looking out for someone in a school or junior crew, 246 coming past now. Getting a little bit of water court. And I think this is St Edward's School. They haven't got a bow number on, but judging on their colours, I think there'd be 251 St Edward's School there with the blue blades.
We got
and
Teddy's.
They're just coming past 246, who they're at Royal Veterinary College Boat Club. So, as I was saying earlier, one of the sort of medical school boat clubs. Then we have 247, followed by 249, and then by 254. So 247, that's Corpus Christi College, Oxford. 249, Lady Margaret Hall Boat Club, they're from Cambridge. And 254 is the Scottish Argonauts. And 252 in the green is Wimbledon High School Boat Club. 254 Scottish Argonauts, I think, are a sort of composite of some of the the top junior rowers in Scotland from a couple of different junior programmes in that yellow. And big shout out to Alice in boat 246 from a very proud brother. That's very nice. In the Royal Vets College Boat Club, who came past a little bit earlier. 5 Glasgow Academy rowers in that Scottish Argonauts boats, coached by, I think it's Ian Summerside.
Oh, we got
Watchers in the US and Ireland watching
like
Premier.
this in the chat as well. Love your work over on Instagram. Get a lot of good shout outs on her account. Really good at promoting women's rowing.
Right, let's try and identify these crews coming past here. 248, I think that's LEH there with the sort of white and red blades, and 256. 256 a good old from Latimer School, 248 a Glasgow Rowing Club Castle Semple Composite, and LEH should be number 255 for those of you at home.
I believe we're talking Bedford Modern potentially.
Oh, and it looks like Shiplake.
And then Shiplake.
Yeah,
and then another
Shiplake
Surbiton
and
crew.
another Surbiton crew. So Shiplake in the yellow boat there with the sort of bumblebee type stripes, and Surbiton in the green.
Chased down again by another Surbiton crew.
Yeah, lots of Surbiton crews out here. Surbiton A, B and C, all right in the thick of it here. Trying to give a shout out to crew 260. To Holly, who is the sister of the Durham University men's captain. I can't remember who's the captain of Durham this year. 260 Lady Ellen Hollis B. But they've not come past quite yet.
The gap now, it's getting really busy up by the bridge. Look at that, flipping out. Lots of boats. We're still waiting on a bit of a gap. We've got one crew coming past us now.
Got the binoculars back out. I want to say it's Emmanuel School, but I will check just now. That's 259.
Seems about right.
That is Emmanuel School Boat Club A, and I think this is Marlow Rowing
And
Club.
then I think it's Peter Chambers and Sophia Heath's Marlow Rowing Club Junior crews.
It sure
coming
is,
past us now.
262.
This is good. We've got to give a good shout out to these the Marlow girls. They give us some good shout outs on TikTok.
Ooh, and 260 is LEHB, so big shout out to Holly in that boat. And yes, big shout out to Marlow Rowing Club. We love the support on TikTok. We're kind of old now, so we're maybe not the best on TikTok, but do check out our TikTok account. We're trying our best.
It's all right at AllMarkOne. We've got like 3,000 followers over there. We don't try very hard, but we'll do it at some point. What you should subscribe to is this YouTube channel, because we're not only streaming this event, we're also going to stream School's Head of the River, Men's Head of the River, and hopefully we'll just start making a few more YouTube videos throughout the year.
We sure will. So 261.
Headington coming down as well.
261 at Henley Rowing Club C, and 263 Headington School Oxford Boat Club B. Good luck to Headington School from those watching from the Philippines. Super. Another bit of a gap now. It's getting, I almost want to say it's getting dark out here now. It's quite cloudy. It's quite a late race start time today. Yeah, it is really getting busy down that finish area. It is, races like this can't happen without all the wonderful volunteers. We need launch drivers and umpires to support races like this. So they do a really wonderful job, and there's a lot that goes into rowing. Not rowing, well, rowing as well, but also running an event like this. And great to see the support.
Bedford's Girls' School, potentially?
Yeah, it looks like Bedford Girls' School 265. I can't see out one of the eyes of my binoculars anymore, so I'm not sure why. 265 is indeed Bedford Girls' School. We're looking for Team Green, Kew House School. This looks like Putney High School coming past first, though, in the purple. They're based just down the road here in Putney, of course, but, they're boathouse as well.
Again,
need to shout out
another great TikTok account from the Putney High girls.
Shout out to Ash, who used to coach there and coached me last year.
Yeah.
Lovely
now,
coach.
Martin, who used to be at Kingston Grammar School, now coaching over there as well now.
Rory, we need to shout out to Norwich School Boat Club with 4 J16s in their crew.
Don't worry, we'll be looking out for them.
Rory went to Norwich himself, so I'm sure he'll be...
Photos also being taken by one of our photographers, Kit, who also went to school there with me. He was a few years below me.
Super. This looks like Sir William Perkins, and they're looking very tidy coming past us now. They are number 267, just coming past in the navy with the sort of yellow accent. We've still got 750 people watching. That is wonderful.
actually quite mad, isn't it? You should stick around though. Lucinda and I'll have a little bit of a natter when we're all done. Just for 2 or 3 minutes, talk about what we're doing next, what you can go and find. Quick rundown of all the results if you've forgotten already. But if you're new to the stream, the results were Leander A, which was the GB women's team. Basically the GB women's 8. We're sat in first place. Leander Club B, aka the GB development team, went on to take second place. Oxford Brookes University, current holders of Bucks Regatta Championship Women's 8, sat in third place. And then the GB Women's Sculling team sat in fourth place ahead of Thames and University of London.
So that is 266 Emmanuel School Boat Club B, just coming past us now.
You know what, we said this last year, Lucinda, and you know I'll say it again. When I was at school, like not too long ago, we're still pretty young here at AllMarkOne, but I was at school, left school in like 2017. Lucinda left in 2018.
Here's Kew House School Boat Club, go Big Green.
Yeah, like a pretty small club, and it's great to be able to see them pull out this many athletes. And then same thing here, we've got Kew House, another very new team to the rowing environment.
Yeah, they've been doing really well. And yeah, speaking of the schools, you know, it's like, I would say something that's really nice here is schools like Shiplake and Clare's Court, who are introducing women's program, junior women's programs recently, winning the Diamond Jubilee at Henry Royal Regatta is a really wonderful thing to see. You know, they've got very strong history on the junior men's side, and seeing them boating excellent junior women's cruises, another lovely thing. And lots of support from the school boys and the school girls, and it's just great, I think, for the development of the sport. Right, let's have a look here. 270, which are Canterbury Rowing Club juniors, just coming past. We're on page 8, just onto page 9, sorry, out of 10 of the start order. So this looks like here, I want to say it's Headington School, that's 272, and Surbiton, 268. I have to say, shout out to Surbiton for their very easy to identify blades. And this is Tideway Scullers, 271 coming past us. Big shout out to Sky in the 2-seat. Mum's watching at home.
And no, haven't seen Crew 301 yet. That's coming up pretty soon.
And 277 looks like Whitcliffe, I think. Who are very
Again, like a squad that we usually see full of scullers. I think I remember reading their commentary form earlier on. They basically are all scullers, and they've kind of hopped in, learned how to sweep, pull this together. They've got some really strong scullers there. I know they took like first and third at like Sculler's Head in the junior women's singles or something like that.
And that looks like 274, who I think are Marlow Rowing Club. They're Marlow Rowing Club G. Lots of crews from Marlow down here on the tideway with us today.
Okay.
There's a band next door at Thames Rowing Club that have just started back up again, actually. Should come down and give them a
copyright strikers, please.
Little bit of a gap now. Yeah, it looks like some crews have got lights on their boats now to come home, which is good.
Very exciting. We'll cut to that shot. Look at that.
Yeah, it's a good light show down ahead of us. Light's very important for safety out here on the tideway, so you can be visible and crews can stay around you.
Right, crew's starting to come back down again. Hopefully you can hear the lovely tunes of the band. Won't get a copyright
looks like
strike for
LEH
them.
Boat Club.
It is another crew from LEH.
LEH 273, and then the green behind them, that's 276. 276 are Barn Arms Rowing Club A. And they look very speedy coming down past us.
Yeah, still waiting for that Norwich School crew.
Very tidy crew coming past us now. That is 278. 278 are Stratford upon Avon Boat Club. This is 275, Canford School Boat Club in the blue.
Yeah, so we're just looking at this. I think it's Henley Rowing Club crew going past us now.
Henley E 282.
Just a reminder that we don't make any money off this live stream. And basically, the whole reason why we do it is because we also sell the photos from this event as well. So, like, bit of a shameless plug here. If you've raced, if you're a parent, if you're a friend, all those type of things, head over to our website. It's www.allmark.one after racing, and photos will be online. Don't think we've got them up just yet, but they'll be on their way. As soon as the racing's finished, our entire team of editors start cracking on, get those photos up as soon as we can.
281 York City Rowing Club A, just on the screen there. And in some nice purple colour here, 280 are Sydenham High School.
And then for those not sure what to do with this live stream afterwards, this is still all saved. This will go on YouTube and it'll stay up for as long as YouTube's up for. So don't worry, like, you can just send the link to the person that was rowing. It's all good.
Big shout out to Landaf 284, just coming past us now. Yeah, it's great to see so many crews out on the river today. I think, you know, there's been a couple of planning applications for piers and the like up around the Putney area, and we're kind of hoping, I think, really that they don't go ahead with that, because it's great to be able to still run events like this. And you know, we're managing the level of river traffic now, but if you're interested, feel free to look up and read about that online, and you might see a few posters up now.
Oh, this is it. Thames are getting all exciting with their band now.
There's a competing microphone down below us, so I hope you can still hear us. Another bit of a gap now. Can't see any crews just yet.
Maybe we should do a bit of that, Lucinda. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday.
Gosh, I can hear some big
Having a good
cheering.
old bop up here. Here we go. Another star.
Is that Norwich School? I believe it is. There's a big shout out to them.
Here we go.
Saw in the chat.
Up the Nos. Here we go. Norwich School coming past. It's actually great to see a women's 8 come out of Norwich, like, multiple years in a row now.
There are 4 J16s in this Norwich crew.
Gina, Debbie and Lizzie. 3 coaches that really help boost women's rowing over at Norwich School. School that used to struggle to field one senior, like J18 school coxed 4 every year. Now easily fielding multiple boats every single year. Great to see that from the coaching team
big
over
cluster.
there.
Here's Edinburgh coming down. Lots of cheers from the bank. Big excitement. So this is nip and tuck between 288 and 290.
Twickenham on the close side.
And 290.
And then Edinburgh University on the far side.
There we go. Yeah. So Edinburgh. So this is beginner academic. So this should be those novice university crews, and another very tidy looking Edinburgh 8 coming down straight after them here. 293 in that Hudson Shell. That is Edinburgh C, so I think that's their novice B boat maybe. Looking very strong indeed. And 285 behind them in the green colour, and that is Barnum's Rowing Club B. Here we go, and there's Surrey coming down now as well in the blue and yellow, and 287 are Norwich High School Rowing Club in the red.
And we got some cheering for a Norwich crew, but that's not a Norwich crew.
Here we go, and I think this is St Paul's Girls' School B coming down now in the black and white. Yes, St Paul's! Looking good. I think they won this category last year actually, so they'll be trying to hold on to that, but I think those novices from Edinburgh University might give them a run for their money. Do you remember 2021, it was an all Edinburgh final in the beginner women's single bucked regatta,
That's exciting.
which is really quite something.
For those still wondering about the F1 earlier, we've got a really cool F1 fantasy with Eamon Glavin from America. You say McLaren's struggling, so you know is it a surprise? Not really, but yeah, big shout out to you, Eamon, if you're watching. Love your work, mate. You're going down.
289. That is Sydenham High School B coming past in that black boat.
Oh, it was Norwich High School in the red. That was it. I knew I'd screwed up the blades somewhere. Shouldn't you know who they were? Lots of crews still paddling back now. We've got absolutely a ton of crews just working their way through Putney Bridge. Got a first set of crews coming back again now. Another crew racing. This one's racing with the lights on, so that shows how dark it was when they set off.
That is 295. That's a Trinity College Boat Club, Lady Margaret Hall Boat Club composite from Cambridge.
All good.
We thought it'd stop then, but it hadn't. We're all good.
Getting excited in the chat for Liverpool in boot 318 that are going to come down.
What number
in a
are we on
bit.
to?
We're about crew 300. That's 297. So
we've got about
really near the end now.
23 crews left. 23 crews to go.
That's Furnival Sculling Club B. Lots of cheers. Ooh. Some other tight racing coming past us now. So in that green boat, that is 296, and in the white boat, that is the Imperial Novices, who I will cheer for in a second. 296 are City Bristol Rowing Club D. Yeah, Imperial!
There we go again.
That is the last of our 3 Imperial crews today, so
Hey, that's pretty good.
yeah, great to see the novices out.
It's great to see the novices race the full course on the tideway as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's absolutely mad that someone can go from knowing absolutely nothing about rowing in September to doing 6.8k.
298
Another
there.
Broxbourne crew.
Yeah.
I'll leave this angle here. We've got quite a few coming past now.
Broxbourne coxed by Emily. And just coming past, that's 299 in the orange boat, and then 301 in the yellow boat. So 299 are Lucy Cavendish College Boat Club, and 301 are University College London Boat Club D. Close behind them with some yellow blades, that's 303. 303 are Minerva Bath Rowing Club.
Minerva Bath.
Carla is in the stroke seat. They've only trained together for 6 months, and they're highly motivated by halloumi burgers, apparently.
Hey,
Fair,
choice.
Fair enough.
Great choice.
Fair enough.
Halloumi cheese,
There's
best cheese.
Proud
No
captain for Lucy Cavendish, who in number 299 just went past. Then we've got proud captain in the chat, and their first ever WEHORR race for everyone in that boat. Which just, you know, as we were saying, great to see, you know, lots of people getting their first race in on that championship course here. And we're looking out for number 304, Cardiff, who I think will be coming past soon. That's 302 that have just come past. They look like Marlow Rowing Club to me.
Indeed, definitely Marlow Rowing Club.
Right, coming up in the yellow boat, that is 304. So there's a big shout out to Cardiff, especially Izzy rowing at bow, whose mum and dad are watching back in Wales, which is lovely.
Honestly, with the weather this cold, I think sitting on the TV, listening to our incredible tones talking about F1 fantasy teams, and
There is a very sweet puppy on the embankment, just while there's no cruise.
yeah,
Nice golden retriever puppy.
it's got a boat number on it and everything.
Yeah, I think someone from Imperial's new puppy. So sweet. Very sweet.
Look at this.
Oh, she is so sweet.
Wait, don't worry. There are no boats going past us at this point.
Lovely.
You're not missing anything.
Imperial College Medics mascot there.
You're coming home with me.
My golden retriever is 13 now.
Here we go. Back to some racing
Alrighty,
cruise.
here we go. This is number 305. 305 is Bath University Boat Club C, so I'm guessing it's the Bath novices.
So yeah, again, like as we start moving into the final 20 crews, just another shout out. You can get all your photos from today over at www.allmark.one. We'll get those up as soon as we can. They're available digital downloads at £7.50 or printed images as well. We do prints and we ship them directly to your door from our factory in Coventry.
And you can also get an Access All Areas pass if you head to our AllMark.one website and go on the product store and get all of the pictures of your crew from today. So every single one, probably at least 10 or 20, I would say.
Yeah.
For
You absolutely-
$24.99.
Honestly, like sometime before school's head and head of the river, that price will change. This might be the last event where you can go and get one of those AAA passes for $24.99.
310 is University of York Boat Club C. But yeah, no, that we're
Is a
trying our
great
best
deal
here,
at the
and
moment.
it really helps us, be able to actually be here all day and put on a live stream like this. If you can support us via the photos on the website, and we do it all the AllMarkOne stuff really because we love doing it and we love the sport of rowing, and
We actually just love
appreciate it.
rowing. We actually just love rowing.
so
That
that's
is as
308.
simple as it
That
gets.
is Sheffield University Boat Club B, and 309 right behind them, Warwick University Boat Club C. So lots of beginner crews coming past now, doing a smashing job, getting all the way down here. Lots of big cheers as well on the embankment, and this is 307, and that does look like Izzy Martin coxing it. Big shout out to Izzy, love your work. In the Glasgow University, and then 313 is University of St Andrews. They've just come from training in Inverness. Gosh, long old way to come down here.
We've
which
got
is
another
fab.
Birmingham crew following down this. We've got one crew in blue
Yeah.
here, followed closely by a Birmingham crew right up its
Birmingham
tail.
training's been intense, and I think I know Emily in the straight seat, who I used to do horse riding with when I was younger. So big shout out to Emily, absolutely smashing it.
Flex.
They've made some great friendships. What it's all about. Fair enough. And then who's this? 306, and it says 31, but I have a feeling they're 311 because we're on the 300 now. 306 is Cardiff University Rowing Club D. I actually think maybe they're 312, 31. It looks like Leeds University to me, but their bound number has been chopped off a bit, so
definitely a
not
Leeds
sure.
uni boat.
And this looks like Nottingham, 317. 317 indeed, Nottingham University Boat Club C in the beginner academic category. Lots of love for Leeds in the chat.
Well, we're on 317.
This is 314. Yeah,
I'm going to move some cameras around,
Southampton
so we're
Uni
going
Boat
to
Club
leave it in this
B.
shot for a little bit.
314. Lovely. Ooh, I'm going to try and pan for you now. It is... oh no. Right, here we go. This is Liverpool University Boat Club, but Rory's moving the other camera, so it is just me. And I can't hold the camera and the microphone and the binoculars and the start order in one hand. So here we go. That looks like UCL colours to me, purple and blue, and the green and white, I want to say it's Exeter University. We are really testing my university rowing knowledge here. Going past there. Always exciting when you're side by side with a crew in a race. And we'll just keep panning there. We really are probably near the end of our start order now. Let's have a look. Yeah, Exeter University Boat Club D at number 319. And I think that might be 311, so not too many crews to go now. Whew. Yeah, a lot of love for Leeds in the chat. We love to see it. A little bit of a gap now. It really is getting quite dark.
How many more we're waiting for? At least another one.
Right, I think this is Glasgow Uni. And they have got a bucket, a triple bucket.
That, oh my gosh,
their
this is
novice
impressive.
eight.
Right, here we go. We'll zoom
That
in.
is absolutely mental. That really is.
So, we've got stroke side in the bow seat. And we've got a
Oh, it
bow
might be
side bucket,
Sheffield actually.
stroke side bucket, bow side bucket, and then
Yeah,
stroke
that's
side in the stroke seat.
316, Sheffield University with the triple bucket. I don't think I've ever seen
Kind
that.
of like that. You know, it's good to mix it up sometimes.
Yeah. I think it's free speed. That's what I've heard.
Yeah. It's basically like rowing what? Like a coxless 4.
Yeah.
Just, you got two blades doing the same job.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Fantastic. Right, so that 316, there's probably no more than 5 crews about to come down. We
Good
have been out
stuff.
here for about 2 hours.
A long old time.
And it's quite cold.
But do stick around at the end. We'll have a little bit of a sit down and a chat, only for 2 or 3 minutes, just to kind of sum up the whole day and then talk about what we're going to be doing next.
Last year we had the fantastic Helen Glover on, but unfortunately for all of you,
No, it's,
we don't have that facility this year. But there is a wonderful documentary about her, if you'd like to watch that instead.
still waiting
Can
on
you
the last
see any other
cruise. In case you're wondering where they all are, we're wondering the same thing. Putney Bridge has just turned on its lights. Look at that. There we go. It's all
That should be
excitement
a
here in the
full
last
down.
5 crews, the women's head of the river. Putney Bridge has turned on its lights. Here we go. Yeah, we got one crew coming down now. I thought so. I realised that when I sat down. Here we go. Another crew coming through now. Pan over.
Rightio. Last few trips in the binoculars. Still 450 people.
What are we
watching.
talking? City of Cambridge Rowing Club, something like that?
320. So that should be our last crew. And that is indeed City of Cambridge Rowing Club D in the Provincial Club beginner categories. So they're the last crew in the start order. So
The question is, are the launches following them?
there are. I see a launch. So I think that is the very last crew that's just come down.
A nice wide shot. And we're just going to take some seats and we'll have a little bit of a chatter. Lucinda, you're on this side this time because I
Alrighty.
got the writing the wrong way around in the
Oh,
in the
fair enough.
graphics.
Might put the other glove on. Oh, but yeah, I need the other hand. Look at those results.
So yeah, you know what, Lucinda, that was pretty cold, wasn't it?
It was pretty cold.
We're kind of right on the edge of still feeling doable, but actually that was a really great event to go and watch.
It was super, yeah. It's great. You know, I remember it being cancelled. They're really unlucky with the weather the last couple of years, and it's great to see, you know, it's getting this event running and getting the crews out, and you know, even around the embankment the last couple of days, there's been loads and loads of lovely women out going rowing, and you know, it's like everyone had fun, everyone had a safe race. There's all these launches behind us who are the people supporting the event. You know, really, if you see them, you've got to be really grateful to all those umpires and all of those people who are involved. And
we know with the sake of other head races that have been happening over the UK over the last like month or so, that like having enough umpires is actually really hard to find.
It's challenging, yeah.
I'm sure British Rowing will agree that like if you want to like try and go and become one, no one's stopping you. Like it seems like
Absolutely.
It's a great thing.
Yeah, big push for more so young. You know, our friend Matthew Holland is. You know, he's been doing some of the boat race.
Yeah, we got Matthew and Jay, both of them like really good younger umpires. Like great to see him at events like Nat Schools and all those type of things. But yeah, I think, well, like what's up next for us? So we've got fixtures tomorrow. Yeah, super.
Back again tomorrow. Doesn't stop. And yeah, upcoming. So this is the first of those head races. I can see my flatmates in the flat behind us. We've got Schools Head coming up, and Head of the River. I think is the day after that. So that's the 17th and 18th of
we've got an
March.
absolutely packed weekend. We've got Schools Head, Vets Head, Head of the River, and Junior Sculling Head, all in the space of 4 days, and the lightweight boat races on the training for March as well. We'll be covering that. So yeah, we'll go live again for Schools Head and Men's Head, and then as we do, we'll also have full photography coverage of Vets Head and Junior Sculling Head as well. Yeah. We're also sending the video team down to Junior Sculling Head to make some sick content there. Another plug down below, like all of our photos from today are going to be online over on AllMarkOne. AllMarkOne's website. We're just checking them now. Usually they go up live, but we're waiting on a few.
It's going to be a busy day, so they don't look like there are any yet, but there's going to be lots of photos, both from the bank, from the bridge, early in the course, I promise. So you won't have too many interesting race faces, hopefully.
Yeah, if you've watched the live stream going past, being like, God, I'm not sure if I want a photo of that. Our photos are a little bit earlier on in the race. You should go and have a look. And then we also do our Access All Areas pass. Yeah,
so that's great. We have a few questions about that, and I think we need to work on making sure that that's really easy for people to find on the website going forward. But you know, that's another great way if you want lots of images, or if you get in touch with us directly, if you want maybe a package of your club as well. If you just message us on Instagram, pop us an email, Rory or Lucinda at AllMarkOne, we can look into that and get you something.
We're very happy to do bulk discounts and all those type of things. I know that we work with a great selection of clubs. I know that UL, Brooks, Leander, Molesey are all 4 clubs, and of course Imperial are all clubs that we work and create like custom packages for at each of these events. Yeah. So if you feel like that works great for you and you're looking to go and get a photo one of every single crew that race, those type of things, just send us a message on Instagram or fill in one of our contact forms, and a member of the team will get back to you as soon as we can. We might be a bit inundated tonight, but we'll try and rattle through them as quick as possible. Again, all of our photos are both digital downloads, and we do prints as well that are shipped out of our factory, and we'll probably try and get them shipped off on Monday. So if you're interested in any of those, again, like just check out the website below.
Yeah, super.
Just trying to think if we've got anything else. We do everything on the website as well is on sale. We've got some new hats coming out. Lucinda and I have been working really well on some collaborative designs with some other companies that are going to come out pretty soon. With a lot more in mind than just like us selling physical products. Yeah, it's, you know, we don't just want to, you know, our hats are cool and they went down a treat, but we're thinking about now, you know, trying to do other things that can, you know, everything at AllMarkOne. We've been running 7 years now, nearly 8 years since we were, you know, kids in school, and I remember rushing from math lessons to come and take pictures of the boat race and that kind of thing. And you know, really, we just want to try and grow the sport of rowing. So we're thinking about ways that we're going to be able to do that. And after events like this, like the whole women's rowing side is really important to us. Yeah. And it's key to make sure that everyone feels like, as a female athlete, you kind of get either the same opportunity and the same resources and the same like kind of like prizes for winning than,
exactly,
than you do if you were a male.
So we're looking into a few things we can try and do to support events like that, because that is something that's actually really important to us. And you know, it's like being able to offer this kind of coverage both at the women's head and the men's head, and give everyone that opportunity is something that we really love to do. And you know, keep an eye on the stuff that we're doing. And you know, if you see our post tonight of the women's head, give it a like, give it a comment. That's how, you know, like, we're really encouraging across all
that's
sports.
How the sport grows, isn't
Yeah.
it? That's the really important bit of, like, I remember years and years ago, you know, we're talking 4, 5, 6 years ago now, where like we'd post a photo of a men's crew and it would be getting double, triple the number of likes as a female crew. And luckily, like through our hard work and the work of coaches and athletes and other creators like us, that's kind of changed, and it's pretty much identical now, which is incredible to see. But that support can't just stop as soon as we like get to a certain point. It's got to be continued, and like.
But you know, it's been great to see those changes, and it's something that as a rowing community we can all make a really big difference to. You know, you see a post, you see some cool content. You know, if you've got a cool video idea, we're all about trying to promote rowing, trying to promote everyone in rowing, and you know, we'll work something out. We just really want to push rowing in whatever way it is. So please get in touch with us if you think there's something exciting. Like you would have seen a couple of bits of, if you go right to the start of this live stream, we put together a few bits of footage, a bit like our best version of a BBC intro to the race today, based on some of the videos we've made recently. And you know, you might see some big clubs like the Leanders and the Brooks, but if you have a great story to tell, please get in touch with us. And we've actually got a project we're kind of at the early stage of at the moment. You might have seen a few posts. I'll push it back on the social media next week. But if you have a wonderful story, and we've seen lots of comments in the chat, you know, if you have, you know, a great
people
coach,
racing for the first time, or great coaches, and all those type of things.
Yeah, there's lots of great stories from out there, and please get in touch with us. There's a form. You'll be able to find it on Twitter, and I'll put it back on the Instagram stories later this week. But get in touch with us. We love to hear. You know, lots of volunteer coaches we heard about at Thames, you know, fun challenges. You know, there was an Edinburgh crew we heard about through that form, about, you know, had a blade fall out in the middle of their race and they still rode through to come second, and it's lovely stories like that we want to hear. So that's the only other project we've got on the road. But other than that, I think that's it.
Pretty much it. So I think what we're going to do to end it is we made a little video of Leander women versus Oxford University women at their fixtures recently. So I think we'll sign off. So thanks for watching from me.
Bit chilly, but yeah, thanks very much for tuning in. It has been over 1,000 people watching at the start, and I'm sure many more people watch afterwards. But tuning in is another great thing. Like supporting the sport that way is something we can all do, and it's been great to have you. And thanks for your patience with our slightly two-man band live stream.
Yeah, awesome. So yeah, we'll play that video now and leave you there. Cheers. Thanks for watching.
See ya.
Cheers.